Happy Saturday evening to all you fine folks out there in Facebook and YouTube land on the world of the World Wide Web. Welcome to Saturday night, Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. We're so thankful tonight you've invited us into your home, and we're looking forward to spending the next hour with you doing no telling what, but we're thankful that you joined us. We need you to do a favor for us right now. If you'd reach over and hit the like button and the share button on your Facebook feed, we'd appreciate it. That way it would share it to all of your friends that you have on Facebook and get the Charlie Platt and Dirt Road Sports Show out to an even greater audience. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Let everybody know that you're tuned in tonight to Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. And we're coming to you live tonight from our studios in Enterprise, Georgia, our studios in Thompsontown, Georgia, our studios at 100% Flamingo Road, Georgia, our studio from parts unknown, Alabama. We're coming to you live in all 57 states, 5 foreign countries, 4 sunken islands. Coming to you live from Itchahani, Pakistan, Putin in your pants, Russia, Hung Chow, China, and Cootermonger, Zimbabwe. And ladies and gentlemen, if you happen to want to catch the rerun of our show, you'll be able to catch it this Thursday night at 8 p.m. following the live coverage of the Pentecostals of South Alabama's protest march on Flamingo Boulevard. That'll be Thursday night at 8 p.m. And for the very first time tonight, we're on the big screen in 2 locations, 1 owner. 2 locations and 1 owner coming to you live on the big screen tonight. From Hillary's Beauty Tips, Women's Slacks and Pantsuit Emporium, marriage counseling, ethics courses, how to become a millionaire while in politics, and suicide awareness menagerie in Little Rock, Arkansas, and Chappaqua, New York.
Woo!
Mm-hmm.
I need to read that one more time.
Wonder who that is.
At least one more time.
Hillary's Beauty Tips, Women's Slacks and Pantsuit Emporium, marriage counseling, ethics courses, how to become a billionaire while in politics, and suicide awareness menagerie in Little Rock, Arkansas, Chappaqua, New York.
Woo!
What does menagerie mean?
So, a menagerie is like a it's just a fancy word for a shop.
Oh, okay. I just wondered.
Yeah,
that's it.
Kind of like that Neglishi stuff you bought for your wife that time.
Oh, yeah. One of them he
French
claimed
word.
is a French word.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. That's one.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're glad y'all are tuned in to us tonight. We're coming to you live, man. We got them all over the board here tonight. We got them Peachtree City, China Grove, Georgia, Dothan, Alabama, Albany, Georgia, Flamingo Boulevard, Smut Eye, Alabama. Man, they are everywhere tonight, all over the board. Got even Booger Snodgrass watching tonight. Bascom, Florida, Twilight, Georgia. Let me see, man, just everywhere. We appreciate all of you watching. If you're watching tonight, reach out on here and let us know that you are on here. You got us tuned in. The signal's coming in good tonight, and let us know you're here. And we appreciate every Saturday night y'all joining us right here on Facebook and YouTube. We got a great show for you tonight. Have no idea what we're going to talk about, but we will know when the show's over what we have talked about. And so we want to say welcome tonight. Charlie, take it away.
I got some good news for you, Marvin. By the way, great. We appreciate you folks joining us. And we have had, the 3 of us, other than Marvin, have had a great concern all week long for our friend Marvin, because we found out that he wasn't feeling too well. And Queasel and I had a talk about it. I guess if you've been vaccinated, roosted and whatever else, and you still come down with that's what do they call those, crossover, or what is it, breakthrough cases.
Right.
Yeah, and I think the one out of Enterprise, Georgia, once Queasel and I put some stuff on paper, I did get it to Dr. Fucci, by the way, Queasel, and I want to say you were correct.
Yeah.
Marvin never told me what they gave him for the this last episode, but after sending that information to Dr. Fucci and company, he agreed with you. 4 tablespoons of castor oil 3 times a day for 7 days.
That'll fix him. I
That
guarantee you that'll fix him.
How
it'll
much?
fix you.
How
4
much?
4 tablespoons 3 times a day for 7 days.
You think that'd fix me?
Well,
Yeah.
see, I still ain't sure about that test you took. I'm still perplexed about that test that
What
you
about
took. Well, everybody else I talked to that took a COVID test, it turned pink. You just got some snot on it, and it turned pink if you was positive. You told me you had one that if it come 1 line you was negative, if it come 2 lines you was positive. I still ain't sure you ain't buy no pregnancy test.
Well, that was I did. I had a mistake. I went to the Walgreens and picked one up, and it said to pee on a strip, and I did that, and my wife had to come in and tell me that I had picked up the wrong test. It was a pregnancy test, not a COVID quick test.
I was worried about
He ain't had
that.
no COVID.
Yeah.
He ain't had no COVID.
Yeah.
No, he just want to stay out of work
No.
for a week.
Well, let me tell you a good one though. Buki called me today. Buki's got a brand new home COVID test. Here's what
Let's
Buki
see.
said. He said, "Here's what you got to do, Marvin." I can't talk like him. He said, "You open a can of beer and you try it and you smell it. If you can smell the beer, if you can smell the beer, drink it to see if you can taste it. If you can taste it and smell it, it confirms you do not have COVID. Why? Because Bookie said last night he tried it 19 times and all 19 times were negative, but he said he was going to test again today because he woke up with a headache and feeling like something wasn't just right.
Good old Bookie.
Bookie's got it.
Hey, Bookie's a smart man. Let me tell you now, Bookie is
He is
smart. He's an intellectual in this part of the country.
That's right.
And he drank those 19 cans of beer with a big dip of snuff in his mouth, I'm sure.
Yeah,
They were all
he's
19
immune
negative,
from anything.
but he's feeling kind of puny today.
Mm. He ain't got no worms, though, I guarantee you.
No.
Yeah, you had to be careful with them home remedies sometimes. Them self-diagnostics, they'll get you in trouble. They'll mess you up. I done been there. I know where they'll betray you.
Floyd, I got to ask you a question. We hadn't talked about this, but did you see the fearless leader of the United States of America's speech on the 6th day of January?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. He
You
bearing
watched
down.
it?
Yeah, I watched about 2 minutes of it, and I think if you watch 2 minutes of it, you pretty much know what the whole thing was all about. There's no doubt what the purpose of that was. Purpose of it wasn't to try to heal the country or to try to move past that. The purpose of that thing is let's dwell on it because we ain't got nothing else we can talk about other than that. So they all read from the same script. Obama sends them a memo every day. Here's what
Yes.
here's what you're gonna talk about today, and here's what you're gonna say. And they all nod their head. I mean, that's all they know how to do to him. So Obama wrote the speech, or somebody in Obama's outfit. No idea what was in the speech other than he could read it. He did good on reading it. What part I was looking at, he did pretty good. They had him pumped up with methamphetamines and cocaine and nicotine and caffeine and all so high that he had to go. Man, he didn't have no choice. He had to go. He had to read it, and he was
If
good.
you read it good, I'm gonna say that they have gone to 65-inch monitors for his for his reading.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the
Yeah, that's it.
teleprompter is 65-inch screens on each side of it.
Yeah, put it right up there in his face. They put it right up there
Hmm.
close to him, so he. And then they got a shot collar on him too. That in the event he starts getting way off track somewhere, he'll go to coughing. But they got a shot collar on him that'll make him cough. And sometimes though they use that shot collar and they have to get him out of there and they have to change his clothes to get him back on. They get that shot collar a little too strong on his back. But it's like
But
old
you,
bird dog. He like
you
old bird
watch,
dog. You know how folks train bird dogs with a shot collar? He gonna jump in there, flush all the birds that way. They hit him with that shot collar. He'll roll around a little bit and
you,
crap all over himself.
you watched,
But
you
put
watched two
he put
minutes
that
of it.
shot. I watched 2 minutes of it. That was
You
it.
better
That's
than
all
I
I
did. I
could do.
watched 17 seconds was about as much as I could give him.
Mhm. That's enough. That's a
I didn't
straight
watch
shot.
any of it.
I ain't
Well, you didn't
interested
miss
in letting
nothing.
these
I
guys
tell you
play.
that. You didn't miss nothing. I know what they think of Donald Trump. So
Oh, really?
and Republicans, I know what they think of them. So
Yep.
if any of y'all fit in that group, that you're a conservative Christian Republican, you don't have to worry about what they think of us.
Now,
They
how
got us
many
figured out.
Republicans?
They got it. Hey, we are the expendables.
We
Hmm.
are. You're right. You're right. We are.
We are.
Hmm?
And
We are endangered species, boys.
and the numbers dwindling every day.
Endangered. Yeah,
You know.
It
it get
is.
to be fewer of us and more of them. Yeah, because all these folks they bringing in here, do you think they gonna vote for a Christian conservative? Huh?
No, sir.
No, man,
Mm.
no. Them folks who can't even speak English, you think they gonna vote for a Christian conservative? Nope, they ain't gonna do it.
They ain't gonna vote for a Christian. Period.
Again,
They want all the Christians
I
gone.
heard y'all talking a while ago about let me interject this while I'm thinking about it, while I got it on my mind. Y'all talking about Bascom, Florida. Uh, me and Bascom go way back. I had an experience one time with a person from Bascom, and it's interesting. And I don't even know who if it's a man or a woman or whoever it is watching from Bascom. But they used to have they had a drag strip there uh, at Malone, going across. You go across the river there where Joe Hall's big farm and all was. They had a Malone drag strip. Had a drag strip there. We was coming back. Me and some of my compadres. We were coming back from. Panama City. We had been down there over the weekend. We had been down there at a Bible study, and we was coming back home,
At
and
the
we
old
left
Dutch.
like on a Friday night. Yeah. We left on like a Friday night with our clothes, regular clothes on. I was getting out and about clothes. Well, you know what happened when you get to Panama City down there. Them long breeches and all that they got to come off. So you take your knife off and take your knife out, cut your breeches off. And so
Yeah.
I had so many breeches on, and I was on that. I was on that Dodge, and we was all of us on it. Calhoun, I think Skibo Calhoun was with us. I know Skibo was with us. Yeah, Skibo and Pearlie, and I don't know. Bear Calhoun might have been with us. I don't know if Bear was able to get out and get with us on that. But anyway, we were coming back from Panama City. We wheeled in there at the Malone drag strip, and we were run that old yellow Dodge in there. We gonna get a number put on the window of it, and we were gonna race. And we done good. We done good. We won us a trophy and all that. And we were showing out. Anyway, there was this gal come up to me, and she come and said she had kind of I've been eyeballing me. Now this was way before me and Nadine ever knows one another. But anyway, she kind of eyeballed me. We was over in the pit, had a pit pass over there, and we had our cooler hole up, and had our cooler and all in there with our Gatorade in it. And she come sidling up there. Hey, two or three of them. And she come up there and she looked me up and down, looked me over. And I weighed about that time, I probably weighed 130 pounds, between 125 and 130. I would have my cruising weight long back then. And she looked me up and down, and she was looking over my attire. And she said, no, you're pretty nice looking. You're a pretty nice looking boy. Said, if you put on and she had, when she grinned, she had a silver tooth, whole tooth was silver right there. She had the whole, and she was a attractive girl, but she had that silver tooth that kind of caught my eye. And she said, she said, you're a nice looking boy. Said it. If you would buy you a nice sports shirt and some nice sport pants, I might let you come to see me. I said, where are you from? She said, I'm from Bascom. She said, I'm from Bascom. I said, Bascom? I said, what's so good about Bascom? She said, Bascom is where you don't have to ask them. I said,
What head?
Woo!
What you do, Floyd?
Where you don't have to ask them. I said, whoa,
Yeah.
I better head on back. I better head
What'd
on
you
back to
do?
Georgia here. I may be done jumped off in something here.
What was your
That's what I
next,
remember about Bascom.
Floyd? Let me ask you, what was your next move?
I got my trophy, and we come on back to car with me and Steve and whoever. Apparently, I know us three were together. And I don't know who else was with us. Might have been another in there with us. Might have been Frog. Frog Wells might have been in there with us. No, I think Frog was. I think he was off in Vietnam along about that time. But anyway, we come on back to Cockwood and pulled in there at the Polar Girl, and it was Vans. Then pulled in at the Polar Girl, and Calhoun he put a trophy up on top of the car. More folks they were riding around.
Well, we lost it. Hold on.
Well,
I done lost it, y'all. I think.
Yeah, you
I
back.
thought Nadine might have come in there over the head with a frying pan.
I don't know. It might have been somebody from Bascom. Might be one of them holies from Bascom down there that got a hold of my password in. But
Hey, Floyd, wait. Well, Floyd, got a text message from some woman in Bascom. She said, now I got a whole set of false teeth to seal.
it might have been her. I don't know, but she was a good-looking old gal. But she had that tooth just caught my eye, and it was stylish, I reckon, at that time. I didn't have one, but anyway, she had one. It's amazing how your reticular system works, ain't it?
Hey guys, I want to show y'all something. Y'all know, I don't know if any of y'all on Facebook follow. There's these folks doing the 10-year challenge. They posting a picture 10 years ago and now. Here's a picture. It may be a longer than 10 years ago. This is the Jenner Kardashian family before they met a plastic surgeon.
Yeah, that's them. Uh-huh.
That's them for real.
Yeah, that's them. I see them now. Yeah. Ooh, Lord,
They spent some money.
That's when old Bruce. That's when old Bruce still had his Johnson.
Yeah.
He's about petered out, ain't he?
Oh man.
That's him.
Hey, that's before millions and millions of dollars worth of plastic surgery.
Ooh.
Lord.
Hey, Lord. Y'all hear me? I can't hear y'all.
Y'all we hear. Believe me, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that's
Ain't
all
no
I
problem.
Go back to that.
Going
Going back to that picture, what that you said about let your money buy your happiness?
Yeah.
That's what you said, Floyd.
Yeah.
Let your money buy your happiness.
Let your money bring
I
you
reckon
happiness.
that's what it did.
They happy.
Lord have mercy.
So wait a minute, I want to ask this question because I think what wasn't now what was his name before he was a she?
He was Bruce Jenner.
Yeah.
Well, he was a swimmer, wasn't he?
Olympia.
Runner.
Yeah.
Right.
Olympian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A javelin thrower and a runner and a jumper. And he was good. He was a horse now. He was a horse.
Yeah.
On the cover of Wheaties.
Yeah,
Well, did you see that? They got that man. What was a man, but now he said he's a woman, so he can compete in the women's collegiate swimming. You been following that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, did you he got beat today?
A woman beat him.
Listen to this here now. The one that beat him is a woman that's having to change over to be a man. You
Man, you
can't make it up.
No.
It said here's what the article said. It said that she had her breast removed, but she hadn't started taking hormones yet because she still wanted to compete as a woman. But she whooped the
She whooped
woman
a
that
man
used to be a
pretending to be
man.
a woman.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
It's crazy. It's like that woman on. It's like that man on Jeopardy. Do y'all watch Jeopardy? Y'all ever watch Jeopardy?
No.
I
No.
watch it. Me and Karen watch it all the time. Me and Nadine watch it all the time. I've enjoyed Jeopardy for I don't know how long. It challenges you. It asks questions and I can't answer. I can answer about 10% of them is all I can answer, but it still challenges you. But there's this woman on there. Her name's Amy Snyder. And she was on, we got to watching that thing, and about the second day she was on, I told Nadine, I said, that's a man. I said, that's a man. Tell by the way he talked, his tone of his voice, way he looked, flat chested, had a dress on, had hair down, and all, had some beads on and all that kind of stuff. I said, that's a man. She said, oh, no, that ain't no man. That's one. I said, no, that's a man. Anyway, goes on, and she done won $1 million on that. Well, now they proclaiming now that she's the first woman who ever win $1 million on Jeopardy. But she's a man. She ain't went through. He's still got his Johnson, and he got a dress on. He claiming to be a woman. And people are going along with this mess. People are going along with this crap. Fox News, man, the man that owns Fox News, man, oh yeah, claiming to be a woman. Yeah, if he claims to be a woman, then he's a woman. He's a whatever. But anyway, that's how crazy we've gone. You talking about this stuff with the swimmer there, Queasel. I've been keeping up with that story too. He's been whooping all the girls. Been whooping all.
Oh yeah, he whooping the
girls. He looks like a man with long hair. He's probably got all his business too. But they just getting in there and where is the? Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all an honest question. Where's all the women's liberation folks at? Where's all the women?
I ain't heard from them.
Zero. They mute. So,
nobody wants to say nothing.
What do we expect?
Everybody's scared because they want to be politically correct.
Yeah.
They're scared that they're going to offend somebody. Listen, I'm going to be a heap of things, but politically correct ain't in the list of things that I intend on being.
It's dishonesty. You're dishonest. You're being
I'm going to be
yourself.
I'm going to be biblically correct.
What is that?
That's the man on Jeopardy.
That's the woman.
Man.
That's the man. That's the man on Jeopardy right there. That's him.
I think I go back to my question. What is that? That it just.
It's a man dressed in.
I know. I can. You can tell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can tell. You ought to hear him talk.
While this subject is up, and we'll close it out. I mean,
No. I got a question. I want to ask. I want to ask this question because I've been thinking about it. So if you are born a man and you turn into a woman, or male and you turn into a female, or if you're born a female and you turn into a man, Marvin, you're gonna have to answer this now because you're the man that knows.
Go ahead.
All right. So when you get to heaven, if you was born as a man and you change to a woman, you're gonna be a woman in heaven or a man?
I'm gonna tell you where you're gonna be. You ain't gonna be neither one because you ain't gonna be there. I can answer that question.
Amen.
Marvin.
That's the answer I'm looking for right there.
The way it says in my book.
Here's the deal. If you go to Home Depot to buy a hammer, you do not go in the drill section to get a hammer. The hammer is in the hammer section. It is the tool. What tool you were born with.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
But
I have absolutely 100%.
How can we accept it? How can we let this go on? How can we turn and look the other way? If we proclaim to be Christians, and if we proclaim to serve a living God who says that that's not right, how can we let it go on? How can we say, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to be quiet. I don't want to offend anybody, or I want to be compassionate, or I want to show love. How do you do that? I don't understand it.
Let me say this. Bible says we have to love everybody. We don't have a choice.
Yeah, we got to love them.
But the Bible also says that we are to speak truth in love.
That's right.
All truth and no love is too harsh. But all love and no truth is too soft and we water it down. We got to speak truth, and we still don't mean you don't love somebody. We are commanded. We have no choice if we're a Christian and we don't get the love thing right, we miss the whole boat. We got to love, but we still have to proclaim truth, and we still have got to say what is right and what is wrong. I'm old fashioned. I believe it, as the mountain preacher said, from kiver to kiver, Genesis to Revelation. If it's in the word, I believe it. I have to preach it. I tell them all the time, don't get mad with me. I didn't write it. I'm only the proclaimer. But I will tell you this, every Christian will stand accountable to God one day on how they told truth and love and stood for what was right.
But if you love somebody, listen
You'll
to me
tell
now. You'll tell them the truth every time. You'll tell them the truth. That, but that ain't. People don't want to hear the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts.
Well,
Sometimes
hey,
Bad.
it'll slap the taste out of your mouth. But listen,
Uh-huh.
the truth is the truth is the truth is always the truth. And listen,
Right.
there ain't but one absolute truth left on the face of this earth, and that's the word of God. It is the unadulterated, unapologetic, absolute truth, truth, truth. I didn't write it. You didn't write it. He wrote it. He's in charge.
And it says it, it'll cut sharper than a two-edged sword.
That's
It'll
right.
separate brother against brother, son against father. It'll separate families. It'll do it. But the truth is the truth. And we are sitting back and letting this country get taken over by people who ain't got no sense. I mean, they ain't got enough common sense to believe, first of all, that there is a God. And you know, of course, I know that there's some that ain't gonna believe. I understand it, but let me tell you this, and then I'm gonna be through with this, Charlie. I'll be back out of the way. Let me tell you this. Here's what the Bible says. The Bible said that the road is narrow. The road to eternity, the road to eternal salvation is narrow, and only a few will find it. Maybe this is proof of it. I don't know, but that still don't stop me from telling people about that road. My job is to tell them about that road and what they got to do to change to get on it. If I don't, then I don't think I've done my job. Am I right?
You're right.
I think so. Yep.
All right, let me sum this up, and then I'm gonna shut up. Here's the problem. Too many people today have a secular worldview. And what I mean by that, well, when things like this get brought up, here's what the first thing that comes to their mind. Well, what does the news media think? What does the popular opinion think? What does my party think? What does the leadership think? What does the president think? Here's the problem. If we are a Christian, we need to have a biblical worldview. What does that mean? It don't matter what my opinion or your opinion is. It only matters what the word of God says. Period. End.
Amen. I'm with you.
Can I let me add something to that? You touched on this is the point I wanted to bring. You talking about the truth is the truth is the truth is the truth, and the word is the truth. What has happened in this country, this thing called media, television especially, and now internet, unless you want to watch one of two news channels on cable, Newsmax or Fox, you are told lie after lie after lie after lie on the mainstream media. And just like the truth is the truth is the truth, you can't change it. Here's where the devil gets in the works. You get these folks telling a lie so many times and keep at it and keep at it and keep at it, it becomes the truth to the general public. And if it's okay with politics, if Roe v. was to stand, just for example, hey, it's okay. It doesn't matter what that truth is a truth is a truth in the word says. Everybody trusts too much in these celebrities and news media folks for their information, and they become believers in their wave of leftist ways. I'm through.
They do.
Yep.
Well, and they didn't want to go back and change history. They want to rewrite history. They want the history that they want, and they want to teach it to our children. And I just, man, I tell you what, I about done had enough of it. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of all the we should be proud of our history. You know what? It wasn't too awful long ago. Just last month, Pearl Harbor Day. I think Floyd mentioned it when we was close to that show. The number of men and women that died that day for this country, so that we could be free to talk about it. And they just want to write all that off. They want to write it off. I about done had enough of it.
I want to say one more thing.
Go ahead,
We're losing some good people, some people with common sense that are serving our country. Tomorrow is Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. Look at some of at how many police officers are needed in certain towns. Dothan, an example, I think there's 23, 25 are needed to be on the street tonight, and a lot of them in law enforcement are taking early leave. They're getting out. They're retiring. Same thing in the military. The military is seeing a big exit right now by some people who are of age to retire. Some of those common sense, old hardline folks that there are very few left of that know what the importance of protection for our nation is. They're getting out because there's some idiot in Washington, D.C. saying, you got to take my shot. You got to take my second shot. You got to take my third shot, or we're going to throw you. You ain't going to get paid or whatever. And we're going to lose. I seen a email yesterday. I saw an email yesterday from one who is getting out because he is sick of being pushed around by this administration and the thought pattern that we've got coming out of Washington, D.C. And we don't need to lose those folks. We need to keep these veterans of law enforcement. We need to keep some around so that this younger bunch that's coming on, if we can get them to sign up. They're talking about you get paid $20 and some few cents an hour to be a Dothan police officer. Do I want to go out and risk my life every time I get out of a car to try to enforce laws, try to save people? Do I want to be someone with a target on my back for $20 an hour? I don't think so. That don't even. I'm like Queasel. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it, and it runs my blood pressure up when we talk about it. But somebody needs to keep on saying something, or I don't know where we're going to end up. Floyd?
Well, I do want to say this. I want to say thank you to all the federal guys, the state guys, the sheriff's office guys, the police department guys, the border patrol, the airport patrol, whatever. Law enforcement in this country is underappreciated by a lot of the communities, and especially a lot of the metropolitan areas that don't value the selfless service that they give. Tomorrow is Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. We want you to know, all of you that are watching, that Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports are avid supporters of our local law enforcement and all law enforcement. And we want to say how much we appreciate it. If you are sworn to protect us, we appreciate you. We thank you for serving us. And we hope you have a happy Law Enforcement Appreciation Day tomorrow. We really appreciate it.
You know, I just want to add a little bit of something on that there, Marvin. I've been in a situation where I can sit in on law enforcement stuff and law enforcement training. I've never really been in law enforcement, but I'm on the fire side. But we run that same circle. These same people that you just talked about that nobody appreciates, Do you know what they train to do in an active shooter situation? Do you know what they train to do in a bomb situation? Do you know what they train to do in a hostile environment? They train to go and eliminate the threat so that you and I can walk away. That's what they train them. They train them to go. They don't wait. They go. And listen, you know, what was it? Jesus says, no man has no greater love than a man that's willing to lay his life down. Man or a woman that wears a badge and enforces the law, they put their life on the line every single day. Every car they pull over, every door they knock on, every call they answer. They don't know where they're coming back, but they do it. And they're not doing it for the notoriety of it. They're not doing it to be famous, and they doggone sure ain't doing it for the pay. They doing it because they are public servants, and we should appreciate them, and we should tell them that we appreciate them. And next time we see one of them in a restaurant, we ought to buy their meal for them.
Amen.
Whatever we need to do to let them know that we appreciate what they do. And all these cities, not all of them, but some of these big cities that had all the answers and going to defund the police and do all this, now they want to come back and give them all raises to bring them back. That's that. So they saw that little plan didn't work. Hey, I love every one of them. I appreciate what they do. They make my job easier. They keep us safe. I appreciate them. I'm with you.
Hey guys, the fishing reverend let me know that he will not be able to be here this week, but he did send a picture. He said this is the closest he's gotten to a fishing hole this week.
Well, good for him. He still got his sense of humor.
Oh, you can't see it,
Where
Queasel. It's some
where the picture?
donuts.
Oh, okay. I see it now.
Yeah, that's the closest he could get to a fishing
But
hole.
now, look at here. I got to do something now because I was called out on it. Now, I was called out last Sunday morning at church. One of our constituents was coming out of the church, and she cornered me up, and she said, look at him. She said, they got rid of you off the show last week, and they lambasted Brother Kent. She said, I don't know what you're going to do about it. She said,
no, they. It wasn't they. It wasn't they. That was Floyd that done that.
It was Floyd. Yeah.
Marvin and Charlie is off the hook. It was Floyd.
She said,
like
you better
about the truth. We've done the truth. Is that right, Marvin? Did we tell the truth?
That's right.
See,
That's right.
I don't know what y'all said. I don't know what y'all said, but she said, you better get back on there and defend our preacher. I said, yes, ma'am. I said I would get on there. So y'all can't be talking about my preacher when I ain't here to defend him now.
I wanted to show y'all this. Chris Johnson sent this in earlier. Speckle perch sides, fresh mullet roe fried, and French fries. Look at there. A feast fit for the king right there, son. Fresh speckle perch sides, mullet roe, and taters. I'm talking about.
Good, not a lie. Man, that's a feast.
Lloyd, talk to me here. We need to pay a bill. Tell them about Marion Cobb.
Oh, Marion Cobb, yeah, builder, Marion Cobb, carpenter, a restoration guy. He is one of the best. MC Construction Company. Marion Cobb, been in business for 30 years, longer than that probably. Been in business, knows what to do, knows how to do it, gonna treat you right, gonna tell you what it's gonna cost you. When you get done, it won't be no surprises. Y'all call old Marion at 229-400-2575. You need a deck, you need a roof, you need windows put in, you need doors hung, whatever you need. Give old Marion a call at 229-400-2575. Fully insured, specializing in all construction needs, 30 years experience.
Please will tell them a little bit about our buddy Carlton Chambers.
Man, let me tell you something. Y'all don't know this. Carlton Chambers, Buddy C. Chambers has received a call. He is going to be the keynote speaker at the International Car Salesman Convention that they're having this year in New York City, New York. He is going to be the guest speaker. He is going to be doing a online, virtual, and in-person seminar on how to treat people right when they want to buy a car. They have come to him. They said, all the sales gimmicks ain't working. You keep selling them. How do you do it? And he said, listen, it's honest. He said, I'm just honest with people. I tell them the truth. I give them a price. I give them a fair price. We cut the deal, and I'm here after the sale. That's what he does. He's going to teach all these car salesmen how to do it. He will treat you right. Give him a call. Tell him what you're looking for. If he ain't got it, he'll go get it. He'll find it for you. 254-3109 is the only number you need to know if you're looking for a vehicle of any kind, shape, or color. Don't make no difference. Carlton Buddy C. Chambers, the world's greatest car salesman, will give you the vehicle that you need to meet your needs, and he will treat you a fair and honest price on it. Hey, one phone call is all you got to do. For anything you need, call him. Give him a call today. Let him know you're thinking about it. He's your man. Buddy C. Chambers at Spring Creek Ford.
Guys, it's auction time. The estate of Wayman Womble will be auctioned off to the highest bidder. All items selling to the last and highest bidder on Saturday, February the 5th at 10 a.m. on site, 372 Womble Road in Colquitt, Georgia. There'll be a John Deere tractor, a 2013 Ford F-150, all kind of farm implements, trailers, shop equipment, tools, tractor attachments, a 40-foot Connex box full of stuff, and the box itself. Auction time, estate of Wayman Womble, Saturday, February the 5th, 10 o'clock a.m., 372 Womble Road in Colquitt, Georgia.
Barbara,
So
that
it got-
was pretty good. I put that pretty good advertisement there on that, on them advertisements. I think we've done our boys right tonight. I think we've done all our customers good tonight, don't you?
That last one's on, only thing about that last one, it's on credit.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, you're talking about the advertising fee for advertising on Dirt Road Sports.
Did
Yeah,
y'all
that was an escrow.
Did y'all check to see? Did y'all check their credit rating before y'all done that?
I didn't. We was worried about it. That's why we didn't run a credit report on them two.
I just wondered if y'all checked their credit rating on that one. I'd be a little bit worried about that one. I had to go back to Granddaddy's motto on that one now.
What was that? Cat
In
and
God we trust, everybody else pays cash. That's right.
I want to say one thing before we get into closing out about we talking about a while ago about you can't make this stuff up. You really can't make this stuff up about
No, you can't.
the men being the women and doing all this kind of stuff. I'm gonna read y'all another one here. I'm gonna read you two more right here. I'm gonna let y'all listening in out there. Y'all need to research this yourself, find out about this. But this is a fact. The IRS, Internal Revenue Service. Now, this is things they require. This is what they want people to do. I read this the other day and I said, man, this can't be right. And I did some more research and this is a fact. IRS requires you to list any stolen property that you have on hand. List it as income.
That's right.
Unless you take it back to the man you stole it from in that same year. So this is a true deal.
It's in the code.
This is our federal government at work. IRS requires thieves to list what they stole, and anybody that's selling illegal drugs to list your revenue from your illegal drugs. Now, is that a total waste of ink or not?
Oh, I'm sure they listen.
You reckon how long they got in a room somewhere and they decided it took them at least 6 months just to draft the verbiage of it. But that's it. And here's one more. Here's another one. Y'all need to look that up. IRS requires thieves to report their stolen property unless they give it back to the person they stole it from within a year.
The same calendar year.
Yeah, same calendar year. Got to give it back to them. So if you steal it January 30th, you got to get it back to them January 31st to be exempt from that.
But could you go back and get it the next January 2nd?
You go back and get it the next January. You get it January 1st and roll with it again, baby. Here's another one. And our illustrious congressman from the 2nd District voted yes on this. In fact, all of the Democrats voted yes on this. This is House resolution. This is a number, if you want to look up the number. House resolution number 5665. They passed a bill. Our United States Congress met, and the meeting of the minds. The Democrats met. The Republicans didn't. They weren't involved in this. They have passed a bill to make it a crime to insult Islam. Islam, the only one, not Christianity, not the Catholics, not the Jews. Islam. It's a crime to insult Islam. You can be in deep trouble because you are Islamophobic if you do that. That's it. Hey, I'm laying it out there to y'all. You know, this thing
I'm worried about Floyd's short list right now. Is what I'm worried. I'm worried about Floyd.
What do you say? The Muslim Taliban?
Muslim Taliban.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Muslim Taliban. Yes, sir. I read
Speaking of
the book.
that,
I read
it's
some of the book.
time.
I know what
It's
that
time
book.
right now for Floyd's short list books and definitions. Sponsored exclusively by our partner in perpetuity, Berry Hill Auctioneers, TC Berry Hill. Good, fine man. Hope he's watching tonight or either catches us on the rerun after the protest next week on channel whatever. Floyd's Short List Books and Definitions, sponsored by Berry Hill Auctioneers.
All right, let's move along. I got my little list here. I just this just kind of comes to me, you know, in epiphanies. All right. Here's the first one on the list. Short list, very short list. List of Catholic Southern Gospel quartets.
We're doing Gregorian chants.
Here's what men's hair coloring that looks normal. Sane people that believe anything that Anthony Fauci says. Notice it says sane people that believe anything that little communist, little Nazi says. It was 10-year-olds in America that don't have their own email, cell phone, and iPad. Don't know. 10-year-olds that don't have their own email, cell phone, and iPad. U.S. congressmen and senators that don't get rich while in office.
Hold on, Floyd.
I got
Oh, they cut you out. They cut you out.
I think our congressman's got me keyed in here.
Yeah.
U.S. congressmen and senators that don't get rich while in office. Like, name them. Hey, name me one that don't get rich while they're in office. All right. Sane people that actually take Joe Biden seriously. Now, here's one. This is a short one right here. This is a short one. Don't y'all think I'm gonna give it to you, and then it's just 2 words: Christian Democrats. Come on.
Now they some truth in that, buddy. You better believe there's some truth in that.
Christian. I'm gonna put something else in there. Christian, God-fearing Democrats. Okay.
You made that impossible.
I think.
Call yourself a Christian. There ain't no way to do it. You can't do it. You can't vote for the murder of 50 or 100 million children and say it's okay. That's just what they call that, a one issue thing. No, ain't more to it than that.
I think there's. I don't think you can be a progressive Democrat and be a Christian. I think
you can't vote. You can't vote Democrat and be a Christian. You can't do it.
Not a progressive Democrat. Now I think there's some older people out there who you ain't gonna change their mind as Democrat, as Christians, as good people, but they don't understand what's going on.
They don't know what's going on. They're in the dark.
Yep.
They feeding them bull and keeping them in the dark. It's like a mushroom.
Yep. They don't understand it.
Oh, here's one. Here's a short one. Catholics that don't love to drink alcohol. Oh, it was speeches that Barack Obama and Joe Biden have.
We lost you there, Floyd.
Yeah, we lost him.
Tattoos on a 70-year-old woman.
Ho, we lost you. You gotta go
again.
Yeah.
Go
back to speeches.
Yeah.
Speeches.
Speeches that Barack Obama and Joe Biden have ever actually written themselves. I'm gonna cut the Muslims some slack and our Pentecostal friends some slack tonight. I've been coming down on them pretty hard. I may
Uh-oh.
get us, I
Tony
may get us
Clayb's all
on.
perked up.
Might get us on the naughty list. I'm gonna get them. I may double up next week though on some of them. All right, tattoos on a 70-year-old woman that looks sexy.
Whoa.
And here one, the last one. Here's one right here. Rational decisions that frightened people make. Y'all ever seen a scared person make the
Yeah,
right decision?
that's right.
Okay,
You're right.
If you're scared, you can't make a decision. If you're scared, you better not make a decision. You better go somewhere. You better think about it and stop and get your mind right before you make that decision. Here's the last thing I'm gonna put on here. And we watched the DIY network. Me and Nadine watched the DIY network. And reason they Panama City. That's a big area where they come down there with the beach houses, and do all that kind of stuff. And they spend $100,000 redoing a beach house down at Panama City. Here's one right here. And this makes no sense. This makes no sense. It's a very short list. Houses in Panama City, Florida, that need a fireplace.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh, we saw one today that it's gonna cost them $25,000 to put a dang fireplace in the house. I said, man, are you nuts? What, are you crazy? $25,000, and there's a hole in the wall. That's all it is. A hole in the wall surrounded by brick. And he don't even know where you're gonna get no wood from. Listen, he got inside the fireplace is painted white. He got the hole inside the fireplace. It's got a chimney and everything on it. $25,000.
He gonna go out there and pick up some of that driftwood. He gonna get some of that
driftwood. That's it for the show, listen. Now, I give my Pentecostal friends, I give y'all a break. I love y'all. Some of y'all, I think, might have got your feelings hurt with some of the things I'm saying. But what I'm saying is the truth. It's nothing offensive. It's because the things I'm saying, that's a short list. Pentecostals don't do those things that I say. You ought to be encouraged by it. It ought to be a positive thing for you. But I think
Charlie,
got the feelings hurt.
he's trying to cancel that protest on Tuesday and Thursday night.
Tell folks where they can, where can they see the rerun of tonight's show?
8 p.m. Thursday night, following the live protest of the Pentecostals of South Alabama on Flamingo Boulevard.
Flamingo Road.
Coming on Flamingo Boulevard.
Right, take us home.
Oh, me. We touched on a lot of stuff tonight. One thing I want to mention right quick. The craziness continues with a thing that Floyd sent me on NASCAR. NASCAR has now apparently bowed to the LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ group, and they gonna have a training session for I guess whatever to get into NASCAR.
That's gonna be a cornhole tournament, then, ain't it?
Let's just go ahead and stop on that right there. We'll pull the plug, Mark.
The last time I'll try to be serious on here. Woo! But the stupidity and craziness continues, and that's why we need to pray for this country. Because obviously, ain't nobody and no organization or union or group got the answers to the problems among us. Only the good Lord can get us out of this mess, folks.
Amen.
And pray that He does and has mercy and grace on this country following the way it has been fouled up. Thank y'all for watching. Look forward to next week. Lloyd?
Yes, sir. Had a good time with y'all tonight, guys. I hadn't talked to you. I talked to Marvin several times in the week, checking on his status there, checking on his pulse. He seems to be fine. I think he's recovered completely. Talked to Charlie a time or two. I've talked to Queasel a time or two.
Yeah.
But anyway, we made it through the week, and we're glad to be with y'all. Thank y'all for tuning us in. We're gonna stay here as long as they'll let us be on here. Facebook folks, they coming after conservatives left and right. I think we just kind of under the radar with them right now. I don't know. I know they probably watching us. Somebody's probably calling in complaining about it, but I can't help it. I can't help it, guys. If we can't get on here and tell the truth, then we are complete hypocrites. We frauds, if you will, if we don't get on here and tell the truth. And that's one thing I don't never want nobody to call me is a fraud. So what it is, what you see is what you get, brother.
That's
And
it.
if I offend you, you need to move on. You need to move on forward with it. So that's all I can say. I love you, but you got to move on.
That's right. That's right.
Quiz,
You know,
I'm through.
Floyd, you hit on something a while ago. You said something about a scared person making a rational decision or something like that. Let me tell you something. Here's the trouble. Here's the trouble with the United States of America. And I'm going to do everything in my power not to fall into this category. The people in the United States, in this great country that we have, that people went and died, fought and died and got injured, and some of them are injured for life, lost their lives, families without daddies, without mamas. We fear all this stuff. We fear being judged as, or being called judgmental and not being called passionate. We fear that people are going to think that we're too hardline, that we're this. We fear what social media says about us. We fear what our community is going to think about us. We fear everything and everybody but God Almighty. And that is the only person that we should fear. And here's the thing, this is what bothers me so bad. And it bothers me about me because if I had the reverent fear of God that I was supposed to have, I'd never shut my mouth. I'd be standing everywhere talking about what he does, what he's done for me, what he thinks about what's going on, and the chips fall where they fall. I've made up my mind. You ain't changing me. I know who died on the cross for me. I know who paved my way to salvation. And I know that I ain't ashamed of it. And I know that if you do anything other than what that book Marvin was talking about says do, you're wrong. So I'm going to tell you in love. And if you want to buy it, fine. If you don't, that's fine too. But I'm not going to have to answer for not telling you because I'm going to do my best to tell you. I love y'all. I'm glad y'all let us in the house. We did talk about a lot of stuff tonight, even some serious stuff. But you know what? It means something to the four of us. The things that we talked about, the way this country is being torn apart, it tears at our hearts. It means something to us, and we want something done about it. But I don't know what's going to be done, but I want to make sure we do our part to make a stand. Marvin, close us out.
Here's some very interesting information I want to leave you with before I do my closing part. This past year in 2021, there were 8.2 million deaths caused by cancer, 1.7 million by AIDS. Seasonal flu killed 494,789, and there were 1,071,300 suicides. But those paled in comparison to the number one leading cause of death in the world. 42,640,209 abortions in the year 2021. By far, triple digit exponentially of the leading cause of death in the world. The 23rd, I believe it is Sanctity of Life Sunday, where churches across this nation will be encouraging people to celebrate life and the sanctity of life. And so I just wanted to throw that out. I know that's a little heavy before we close, but I just wanted to give you that piece of information. That's the world we live in today, guys. That's the world we live in today. Seek good, not evil, that you may live. Then the Lord God Almighty will be with you, just as you say he is. Hate evil, love good, maintain justice in the courts. What a good scripture to end with tonight. Tomorrow's Sunday. I encourage you, be in church if it's where you can. I know there's still a lot of people out there that are sick, got corona, got COVID. Tune in to somebody on TV or the internet. Give the Lord his due. It is his day tomorrow. It is the Sabbath. I told you I was going to close each night with a Seussism for this season. And this comes from the Dr. Seuss book, There's a Rocket in My Pocket. And the lesson is this: surround yourself with good people.
Amen.
But the yeps on the steps, they're great fun to have around. And so are many, many other friends that I have found. Value your friends. Surround yourself with good people this week. Guys, we love y'all. We hope you have a blessed week. We'll be back same place, same time next week. We'll see you next Saturday night. Don't forget, always, no matter what you do in life, always be particular. We love y'all.
Good night.
See
See
you.
y'all.